Pleased to say that I'm joined by former Leeds United player Ben Parker. Ben, Leeds United currently third in the hunt for the automatic promotion places. Just what are your thoughts on Leeds United's season?
Unbelievable. I think start of the season, I'm probably in the boat same with everyone else, just like, we don't know what to make of the season, where we'll come, couldn't give you a prediction where we'll finish, but it's been a breath of fresh air, hasn't it? Loved every second of it. Even the moments when we haven't played too well, got a few bad results, but it's been few and far between. Just the way created an atmosphere around the club. It's just not the 11 players or how many play on a Saturday afternoon. It's the feel around the place, the fans are bought into everything, created a culture, and I've loved every second.
And Bielsa, of course, came in at the start of the season. A few raised eyebrows, not many people knowing much about him, but he seems to have had a massive impact at Leeds United, clearly. Do your opinions on him differ now from what you thought of him at the start of the season?
I still think he's a genius. The big thing when he got appointed, because I'm not going to lie, I didn't really know too much about him, but then when you hear his name, you obviously do the research, and then the people like Guardiola come out and speak highly of him, Pochettino speak highly of him. That's when you start to take notice, because these are managers, these are figures in football who are like top of the game, world-class coaches in their own right. So for them to speak about Bielsa, how they did do, that's when you start to take a bit more notice in the person himself, and then say do the research. When people treat him like a god in Chile for what he did for the national team, for what he's got a stadium named after him back home as well. So yeah, coming to the season, coming to pre-season especially, hearing how hard the training sessions is, you're thinking, right, it'll be interesting to start off, but the start to the season was great, and it's just snowballed from that, really.
Yeah, and we're going into an international break now, the last international break of the season. Probably not going into it the way we wanted it to. A 1-0 loss at home to Sheffield United last Saturday. But do you think that this international break is coming at the best time?
Perfect time. I'm always been a big believer as when you do lose a game, to have one so quick just so you can bounce back and get out your system. But on this occasion, I just feel the performance I think were great against Sheffield United. The only thing we didn't do was put the ball in the back of the net, but the chances were there. We're getting to the right positions, we played some good football at times in pretty bad conditions also, and I think be disappointed about it, but look at the positives. We're still a point behind automatic places, 2-week gap now in the international break, so the likes of the people who are injured, Janssen picked up an injury, Roof's injured, Forshaw's injured, but these 3 people with another 2 weeks, they might get back a little bit quicker. So it's all positive. It's easy to kind of look at the game and think, we missed a big opportunity, but there's 8 big games still to go. Yeah,
and what do you think players will be doing during this international break to try and bounce back from a defeat against Millwall?
Well, back in my day, a lot have probably gone on holiday, but now I think they've got a couple of days off. So I think that's good. It's more kind of your mental state. Just have like a little mental break, because fitness-wise, they're the fittest team by a mile in the league. The amount of kind of work that goes into the diet, the nutrition, it's beyond anything I've ever seen. They're probably one of the best in the country, including the Premier League, what they're doing with that kind of aspect. So that's not a problem, but having these few days off, just a little mental break, it does recharge the batteries, spend some time with the families. So when they come back into training, they'll be training, I think they're back in on Thursday, so there are a few sessions there, and then it's all about next week. Like this week's kind of a token gesture, it's just about ticking over. They'll probably do some video kind of work as well, analyse the game from Saturday, maybe look a little bit at Millwall also, but it's next week, especially when the international players come back, that's when you start zoning in, tuning in, you'll find details and then build towards Millwall.
And as you mentioned, 8 games remaining of the season, plenty of stuff could happen, but the fans, the Leeds United fans, of course, you were part of the side that got promoted from League One. How big of a difference do the fans make, especially when a team's trying to achieve something like promotion?
What gets said about Leeds fans is everything's right. They're the best fan base going, the support they give the boys, the noise they can create. And I'm not being biased because I'm a Leeds fan and I've played for the club, but I've generally never seen it at other clubs at all. And they do have a massive part. I think sometimes they don't realise how important they actually are. Yes, they know they're a good support, they know they're vocal, but it's these games now, these last 8 games, where that can make a difference. And I'm not saying the players need an extra motivation, because they don't whatsoever, but when you've got players who are fully motivated, on top of an atmosphere and a crowd and the support that Leeds fans can create, it just creates a special bond, and it creates a mentality which teams kind of find hard to play against at times.
Yeah, and I'll put you on the spot here. Are Leeds United going to do it?
Yeah, 100%. And I've said this The moment that I said I think we'll get promoted was the Aston Villa game away. We scored the last kind of kick of the game, and also Blackburn at home, last kick of the game. And these are kind of moments you look back in the season and give you a feeling it is our year. For some reason, that's saying with Bielsa coming through the door, created a special atmosphere, created a special bond throughout the club, and then moments make you believe. So I'm still a believer.